Hello everyone, I am Carrie and I am back with another pick a card reading. So this time I was thinking about this song that I really love and I resonate with so much. But I hear this song whenever in my life I'm like having doubts or I'm not really thinking the highest of myself. I hear this song by Mariah Carey. It's called I Wish You Knew. And the chorus is, how I wish you only knew what I feel inside for you. Probably haven't got a clue, but I wish you knew. Whenever I hear that song, it just kind of reminds me of like the love that, the love that God has for us, the love that our ancestors, our angels, our higher selves, like it reminds me of that love that even when we're not in our best moments, we can remember and we can kind of reach towards that love, like seeing ourselves as we truly are, not as this one little circumstance or situation that we're in right now that's clouding that. So it's like, I wish you knew. I wish you knew what I felt inside for you. I wish you understood how amazing you are. I just wish you knew how great of a person that you are, how you're needed and you're wanted, you're loved. I wish you knew. And I just hear that song whenever I just need to be uplifted a little bit. And I wanted to do a reading based on that song. Like, what do your guides wish you knew? And I wanted us to be more clear on who we were talking to. So these three piles are going to represent your ancestors, your angels, or your Starseed family. So this is the Angels and Ancestors deck. This is the, what was this one called? The Angel Wisdom deck. And this is the Starseed Oracle deck. So whichever one, or even if all three of those resonate with you, we are going to start our reading off with pile one. And I just want to say thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your love, your light. Thank you for your positive energy. Thank you for reading. Thank you for watching and liking and subscribing. Okay. Let's start with pile one. So this is what your what your ancestors wish you knew. It is October. It's getting close to the 31st, the Day of the Dead, or whatever you call it, however you celebrate it. And I do feel ancestor energy very strongly around these days. So make sure you're remembering your ancestors. If you have altars, go ahead and get them set up. Get those pictures, candles, all that, food, or however your family, your culture celebrates. Okay, so what do your ancestors wish you knew? Pile one. Okay, we'll take these. Ooh, look at the bottom of the deck. Guardian Angel. You are not alone. So maybe your ancestor, if you pick this pile, one of your ancestors might be your guardian angel. And what I understand guardian angels to be, those are the angels that have been with you since birth. Because they come in and out, they change depending on how we change. But the one that's been with you from the beginning of it all, must be one of your ancestors. So if this is your first time hearing that, don't take it unless it resonates with you. If you've heard that before, then that could be confirmation. All right, so we've got Animal Guardian, Elder, Shapeshifter, Snake, Shaolin Master, and Stargazer. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm really just feeling that they want you, what they wish you knew is just how talented and gifted you are, how many skills you have. Because I'm not only seeing angel energy up here, I'm seeing energy of your ancestors. I'm also seeing energy of like maybe you have certain gifts, skills, and abilities like the shapeshifter ability that have been passed on to you. And then to see Stargazer, you might also have some abilities when it comes to being a starseed. So maybe you have some of that in your bloodline. So I don't really know for sure how all of these things work. If it's with blood, is it with ways in which you connect and contact, like the way in which you receive information. I don't know how all of this works, but I'm just gonna say you have access to not only things here on this earth, but even in the heavens with the starseed energy. Also shape-shifting, so you may be able to do many different things. You don't have to stay only on focused on one thing. And then elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. Even just seeing this elder here, you might be an old soul like they say. Okay, so let's see. What do they want you to know? We start out with animal guardian, trust your instincts. If I go back to what I was saying before about you might be an old soul, you know how people say, oh, you're an old soul, you've been here before, you know this and that and the other. To me, it's not even, like sometimes people can sense that about other people, but this could just have to do with you knowing things and you just being innately wise. And so when it says trust your instincts, like when all your friends want to go running and chasing, I don't know if your mama said this to you, but if all your friends want to jump off a bridge, are you gonna jump off a bridge too? My mama would say that to me all the time. But you would be the one that's like, let's not jump off this bridge. I know it sounds cool to y'all, but it look real shallow down there. Like you would be the voice of reason within your friend group or within, whoever it is that you're talking to, whether it's a work group, friend group, just even random strangers. You're like, I don't think it's smart for y'all to do that. You might be the one person who decides to speak up. And so they want you to know that the things that come to you, the instincts that you have inside of yourself, they actually, like, they mean something. They're there for a reason. They're not just, you feeling, sometimes you can feel a little bit crazy or disconnected, or you just feel like, oh, I'm a smarty pants. Maybe you've been told that before. Like, no, you actually, the things that you know without knowing, they actually do mean something. You are connected. You are able to get these messages. And even if it's not an external message, if it's an internal knowing, like the things that you know, stand on them. Be strong with that because they want you to know they do mean something. And then elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. So if you believe in past lives and them saying that you've been here before, like, when people say, oh, they've been here before, they know stuff. Then if you believe in past lives, then you might believe that you've come here to correct something or to learn something, however it is that you believe in past lives. I personally think we just here to experience. So if you just have experienced something in the past and you want to experience something different this time around, that's what we're here to do. And so because it's saying move beyond ancestral patterns, I really do see that you have the ability to not be the same as your family. But that could mean or make you feel as if you are like separate. So you might feel outcast or like the black sheep, or maybe not even that. You just kind of feel like, am I adopted? Do I really belong in this family? Because I see what y'all are doing. I see, everybody's doing the same thing, but I really don't want to participate in that. Like I want something different. I don't want to get married and settle down. I want to go and be in Hollywood, or I don't want to be in Hollywood. I want to go and have a little farm on the side. Like you might see everybody else around you doing certain things, but you personally don't feel obligated or feel like that's even a big deal to you. It's like, no, everybody doing that. Why would I want to do that? So I'm just saying that you have the ability and the knowledge and the wisdom and the desire to move differently than people have before in your life. Even when it comes to like legitimate ancestral patterns. So if you have a family pattern of alcoholism or of depression or of anger problems, like those things, you already seeing like, I'm really not trying to grow up and be yelling at my kids all the time, be angry all the time, be coming home from work drinking because I cannot depress or like express any other way, so I'm just gonna drink it down. Like you know this within yourself that you don't want to continue to repeat those patterns, and so you're going to be one of the people who try to figure out ways to move beyond that. And moving beyond that is going to really mean doing something different than what you've seen around you. So not being able or not feeling like you fit in with others is going to be legitimate, because you're not going to be making the same decisions. If you're trying to move beyond those patterns, you have to make different decisions to get different outcomes, right? And so you might be feeling that way. I think your ancestors want you to know, like, that's could be why you're feeling outcast or separated or, pushed to the side, because you are doing different things. And that's just what you're here to do and what you want to do, what you feel inside your desire to do. And then we have shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. That's what I was saying, like you, especially because it's being clarified by stargazer, set your sights higher. Even when I see this, it kind of makes me think of a vibration. Like they say low vibration versus high vibration. To me, it's all the same thing. It's just different ways to express that. For example, we can take love. If your parents or your family or whatever, if you've seen love expressed in the form of, getting spanked or whipped or hit in order for you to do right. So basically love expressed in fear, like I'm going to make you afraid so you won't do these things. You see that version of love versus a version of love where you are held and loved, and you're said, hey, you're told, hey, I understand that you want to run around because you've got all this energy, but right now it's not the time to run around like this. If you're talked to with love and respect, and you get to choose whether or not you want to run around like that, or even if your parents have to like pull you to the side because you might be, as a child, acting up. They pull you aside with love, right? They don't talk down to you or hit you or disrespect you. So those are two different levels of love. It's like low vibration versus high vibration. And you cannot down either one because you understand like that's the pathway. You start from the bottom, you get to the top because you learn better. You are someone who's able to transform and learn better. You might have seen those examples and you're like, okay, let me find a different way. And so when I see that clarified by Stargazer, set your sights higher, you are really looking towards the higher vibration. So whether that be your seeking God out, or even if you're just wanting to feel, like, to me vibrations are all about feelings. Like, how do I feel when somebody yells at me versus how I feel when someone speaks with me with love. So you're seeking that feeling of love, and it's a higher vibration. And you could be going through, like, the path that you take could be through like church or through some kind of spirituality, but it can even be through yourself and just paying attention to how your body feels, like how you feel, like, especially because we're talking about the ancestors. You're more connecting back to your body, to your roots, to your, if you're even getting down like into your chakras, what does this chakra feel? What does like, do I feel grounded and connected, or do I feel ungrounded? Do I feel unsettled? Am I in my mind? Am I in my heart? Am I in my sacral chakra? Like, you might even be going back and feeling those types of things about yourself. But what I am seeing from the ancestors, they want you to know that you have this ability. You don't have to stay in the same place. You can move beyond the ancestral patterns. And then if we go to snake shed old skin, that's clarifying, trust your instincts. So any stories that you may have told yourself or been told about yourself in terms of when it comes to your intuition, especially, I don't know why, when I'm reading this ancestors, I'm just thinking about when you're a kid, because that's when you're around most of your family. So you're being told, oh, this is true about these people, this is true about those people. Your parents are the best people in the world. Your aunts and uncles, they can do no wrong. All adults and teachers are great. Like, maybe you're told that or some version of that. And then you were like, well, I thought that this and that person were, like, they yell all the time. They lie and cheat all the time. They, like, you observe things as a child, right? But you're told, oh no, they're a great person. They're a good adult. The pastor is the best in the world. The teachers are amazing. The, United States of America is the best country. Like, you'll hear things like that. But your instincts are like, actually, I heard some stuff, and don't these things happen, and all these murders, and this man, he's cheating. We all know this, and y'all gossip about that, but you hold him in high esteem. So as a child, you may have stopped trusting your instincts because you be like, well, I guess if y'all said that this is correct, then this is correct. This is what I should be trusting. This is what I should be believing. But your instincts have told you, no, this institution, these people, they are not actually the way you think they are. They're not all good and great and amazing. Everybody is flawed. Everybody has positive and negative things about them. Instead of, just saying, oh, this is good. You're now you're now an adult, and you're learning, like, no, good and bad, positive, negative, left, right. Like, there's nuance to it. Like, there's levels to things. Everything's just like good, bad. There's just levels. And so now that you have learned that, I see this snake shed your old skin. Those things that you used to believe in the past, and the way that you did not believe in yourself and your own intuition, is going to have to change. Because now you're going to see that you were right about certain things. You didn't understand nuance back then, though. And you were just believing what people told you. But that does not necessarily mean that it is true. And you've learned for yourself now. You have the ability to discern now. Because you've seen some things, you experienced some things. So trust your instincts again, because you were right. It's just that the people around you were not telling you the truth. And then we go to Shaolin Master. Be graceful in movement and action. So this to me is all about your like regulating your nervous system. Move beyond ancestral patterns. I was talking about like literal ancestral patterns. If we're talking about passing down alcoholism, if we're talking about passing down racism, sexism, all those isms that can be passed down, even mental health, unregulated emotional states, because your mom was regulated, so you aren't. Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. It's like a place that you can be. You can be graceful in movement and action. You can respond instead of reacting. You know what I mean? Shaolin Masters, I'm not even sure exactly what fighting. I don't know how Shaolin Masters fight, but I'm just really feeling the energy of like, instead of attacking, they react and they'll just move out the way. I'm gonna scoot on over here. I'm gonna scoot over there. I'm gonna allow you to defeat yourself by your own body weight. You're just punching air and you're tiring yourself out because I'm just moving out the way. I'm not allowing this to affect me. I'm not allowing you to make me, be some kind of a monster and like beat you down and beat you up, but I'm also not allowing you to hurt me. And so being able to use your own personal judgment, your own personal like being strong within yourself and not needing to react, but to respond if needed, but you don't have to like instantaneously react. You can be graceful and move with graceful movements. You cannot be freaking out when someone gets angry, or you don't have to be the one that's getting angry or yelling or coming outside of yourself when situations happen. You can be very, very graceful and move smoothly with that. Graceful in movement and action. So playing chess, not checkers. Not allowing people to get you outside of yourself in the moment. We see so many instances of this in the news where I'm even thinking about young boys. They don't really know how to argue with each other. It's like you either respect me or you disrespect me. There's nothing in between, and if you disrespect me, then it's death. Like they are very extreme in that. But you being able to see someone who is attempting to disrespect you, but knowing that, okay, that's your problem, that's something that's going on within you. I don't have to respond, I don't have to react. I don't have to allow it to get to me. But I can make choices that are going to be best for me in the long run when it comes to you. Because maybe you're not someone who I should be around, or maybe you're someone who I should teach how to speak to me, that kind of thing. And then we go to Stargazer, set your sights higher. Yeah, it's all about, I think your ancestors wish you knew that the stuff that you've been seeing all the time, the things that have been around you all the time, like you do have the power to move up out of it if you want to. You can do new things. You can go on a different path. You have access to things that your ancestors may not have ever had access to. And because of that, you can go places they've never been. So setting your sights higher. I mean, literally, you can set your sights higher. I'm just thinking about Janelle Monáe, how her family, she talks about they've been cleaning. She wears that maid outfit, or the black and white to represent the maid outfits that her family had to wear. But she was able to get up out of that and not only, not need to be someone's maid, but she's a superstar. And so you can set your sights higher. You can do different things. You can do things that have not been done. I mean, this person has a telescope, but it's a magical telescope. I don't know if you can see the inscriptions on there. I want to say that's the zodiac, all the zodiac signs, but you're able to, you can break free from any limitations that your family has ever had on them. Just like Janelle Monáe. Okay, that is what they wish you knew. And this is definitely, I just really feel like it's coming from your guardian angel. You are not alone. So if you need to talk to him, talk to him. Okay. That's your pile one. Okay, pile two, let's get started. So this is the message from your angels. And right off the bat, I see number one, they want to say, I'm here with you, or we're here with you. However you resonate with that. They want you to know that they've been with you for your entire life. They've been with you back in the day, and they're going to be with you in the future. Like, it's like, we are here. This is a life overview. I want you to know we're here with you, and I'm going to talk to you about some of the things that I've seen in your life. And kind of, it feels like they just want to say, we've been there, we've seen these things, and this is what's going on with you. So first we can start over here. This is the past. I don't know why I want to start with this card and not that card, but this feels like the first one. Great sadness will heal with time. Let go of the past. Personal growth that comes from challenges, healing misunderstandings, being there for those in need. So this is the Three of Swords. If you look at this card in the regular tarot, it's the one where three swords are going through the heart. And it's just like the angels are saying, yes, we were there with you when you were going through that heartbreak. But remember and know that you don't go through anything for no reason. Like, it's not for no reason. The reason is actually so that you can grow from those challenges. And they may have happened to you early on in life, but now you're in a better place. And that's what I'm seeing with this card. You've moved on to a better place now. Oh, sorry, I forgot to turn my light on. There we go. You've moved on to a better place now. Hold on. There we go. And it's funny, like, I started out with the light turned off and now it's on. You've moved on to a better place so that the things from the past, they no longer have to bother or disturb you. You may still be healing from them though. But all that knowledge and growth, you're still going to gain. You'll be able to take that with you on your new, like when you're in this new place. Because this card is all about moving on towards something better, towards something new. Like, not even just moving on, but you could physically have moved even across the sea. But if not across the sea, just in a completely different place, because you had to cross a whole ocean to get there, or river, or stream. And then we're moving on to this is the Page of Cups, sensitive, and then the Seven of Pentacles. So the angels are saying you are sensitive. It's kind of like maybe this is how they see you, as being sensitive. Because remember, one of the things that I've learned about angels is they don't experience life the way we do. They're angels. So I don't know how angels experience life, but I do not believe they have all of these emotions and all of these thoughts running in their head and all of this stuff that we as humans have, like anxiety, things like that. They just don't have it. It's kind of like they know. They just know things. They already know what's going to happen, how things are. They can see what we cannot see, those kinds of things. So it's like for them, looking at you, they see that you are, like, you go through all these emotions. You're anxious. You sometimes have trouble with your emotions, maybe even with your thoughts. They see all of that you're going through. So if you see this mermaid, she's in the water and her cup is running over. So when I see her cup running over in this card, I really see that she's just got a lot going on, a lot of emotions. It might even be a little bit heavy, a little bit too much to handle. So she can be overwhelmed or anxious. And I'm just saying she because it's a woman in this card, but if you're a man, then we're talking he. Basically, the card is just saying, the angels see that you go through things. They do see that. They do see that emotions can overwhelm you. They do see certain situations and circumstances can overwhelm you. Even super positive things or super negative things. Like, it doesn't necessarily matter the situation. You just might be prone to getting overwhelmed. But what they're saying is just to keep going. Keep going, keep fighting. Even though the things that you might be doing are making you anxious, the situation you might be in makes you anxious, just keep on tending to your garden. So the things that you feel called to work on, the things that you feel called to put your energy into, keep doing that. Even if they make you anxious, even if like maybe you're really, really excited. I'm just thinking about like a dog when they get really excited. Sometimes they pee on you. Like even when you get really excited about things, and you can get overwhelmed. Or even when you're like afraid, you can get overwhelmed. Like, just keep working, slow, steady progress. That is the energy of the Seven of Pentacles card. You see, she's tending to her garden. It says seeds well planted, efforts or investments that will be rewarded in the future. They're saying, like, we see what you go through every day, and we see that you keep getting up and doing it over and over again. So keep doing that, because your seeds are well planted. The things that you are deciding to invest in, put your time and energy in, those are investments well made. Just keep doing it in spite of all these feelings and emotions you have. We see them, we know you have them, even though we don't necessarily ourselves. But keep going, keep doing it in spite of that. And then over here we have the Ace of Swords. Brilliant ideas that may need refinement, overcoming obstacles with faith that everything will work out. Communicate clearly and concisely. Remain objective. So I talked about this one being the future cards. It's literally the angel saying we were there with you in the beginning. We were going through all of that. We're there with you now, and you're highly sensitive, and you're trying new things, and you don't have the fruits yet, but they're coming, and then we're gonna be here with you now. When you have like really began to get into your bag, as they say, when you really begin to like become successful and to do things that you never thought you could do, to create things that you weren't able to create before. You might be at the beginning stages, because this one is saying it's the page, or sorry, the ace of swords. But it's saying like the things that you are working on now are going to come to fruition. We will be there with you during that as well. And they're saying on this last and final card, protect what you have created, be prepared, never give up. And then I see ask your angels for help. That part is the part that I think that they wish you knew. They wish you knew that they have been there this entire time, from the beginning to right now, and they're going to be there in the future. Even though you're going through all these emotions and you're feeling all these things and you're sensitive and you're putting in all this work and you feel like day by day you're doing it by yourself. They're like, no, we are here. Remember, we've been there. And not only that, we are here to help as well. So ask for help. Ask for help when you feel overwhelmed. Ask for help when you feel like your creations and the things that you have, put your heart in, your sweat, your blood, sweat, and tears in. Ask for help whenever you feel like those things are threatened. Whenever you feel like somebody's coming for you, or whatever the situation is, even if it's just pure anxiety because you're afraid to put it out there, or you're afraid to try this new thing or to level up, just ask for help, because they are there. They have been there. They want you to know that even through your darkest moments when you thought you were by yourself, they have been there. Your angels just really, really want you to know that, because that's why I love how they're showing it to you, because it's like, look at the full picture. Look at it all. Don't just look at the moments that you were sad and unhappy, even if that's what you are right now in this moment. We have been there through all of this. We're always going to be there through that. Don't let your emotions, or your I'm hearing pity party. Don't let your, like when you're going down, when you're in the graph of life, when you're there at a down moment, don't let that stop you from continuing to nurture your seeds well planted. Because this is the nine of what is this? The 9 of Wands. So it's the Wounded Warrior card. It's like you have been through some things, but don't let that make you think that we haven't been there for you. We have. You're just here to learn a lot. You're here to grow. Personal growth that comes from challenges. That's what you're here doing. You're being challenged and you're growing. So they want you to see that and remember that and know that they're there. They know. It's like they know. We know. We see. We know. We understand. But you can ask for help. You can help direct this as well. If things are too overwhelming or too much, you can say, does it have to hurt? Does it have to be this strong? Does it have to be this overwhelming? Can you come in? Can you lighten my load? Can you assist me? Can you help me? They say they're there. Protect what you have created. Be prepared. Never give up. Ask your angels for help. They're just saying, we are here. You can ask us. We know what you're going through. We know what you have been through. We know that you might feel that you are a novice or a beginner at this, but if you continue to keep going, it's going to be fireworks. Like, you're going to be able to achieve your goals. It just takes time. Like, look at the bigger picture. Look at where you were before and where you are now, and then look at where you want to be. We're going to be there through all of that. That's what they're saying. And I just want to pull some more cards of advice, because I feel like they have more to say. Advice from your angels. Whoa. Cannot pull all those. Keep it clear and concise. Got the Empress, the 5 of Cups, the Dreamer, and Release. Just started raining. I don't know if you can hear that. Okay, so starting out with Empress, this is all about nurturing And you know what? Normally I feel like the Empress is you, but I feel like the Empress of the angels, how they're nurturing you through your life. Like it's like we're holding you in our arms. You see this woman, she has angel wings. She's holding a baby unicorn. I really feel like that baby unicorn is you, and your angels are holding and nurturing you, even when you don't know it, even when you don't feel it, when you can't see it. And maybe I'm just even getting the idea like to ask like for a sign. It's like I want to know when my angels are here and around and nurturing me when they're there. So show me this. I want to see a blue dot. I don't know, a blue car. I want to see a blue elephant. Whatever your sign is that you want to see from them, so that you can know and remember that they are there for you. And then we've got the Five of Cups. I'm just getting the story like we are there for you, especially when you're in your down times, especially when you're going through it. Like especially we're the ones who are offering you the other options. You might have your back turned, like this person got his back turned. He's upset. He's mad that whatever it is that he has invested in didn't work out. But we are there for you with other options. You just gotta trust, turn around, know that it's something that you can trust. And maybe that will be the sign. If you see the purple elephant, I don't know, I'm just coming up with something. You see the purple elephant and you see an opportunity associated with that, that's your angels coming through. So whatever sign it is that you decide to get from them, if you even decide to go that route, or if you just start to know and start praying to your angels, they just want you to know that they are there for you. They got other options for you. Like, again, they want you to know that this life is a journey. You are here to learn and grow. And so even if there is a failure, understand that that is a part of growth. How do you learn something if you don't try it out the first time? And yes, sometimes we succeed the first time, but sometimes we fail. And then we fail and we understand what we did wrong. And so we try it again with that new knowledge. And we might fail again. And then guess what? We understand what we did wrong that time too. So we have twice the amount of knowledge. So when we try a third time, we have a more likelihood of doing even better. That's what I'm seeing. 1, 2, 3, 3 tries here. There's 2 more tries. The angels are like, okay, let's try this way. And then I got another way for you to try 2 after that. Like there's so much that you're going to learn once you try these 5 times, because we're looking at the 5 of Cups. But you just got to turn around and trust that we are there for you. We are with you. We are leading you. We are guiding you. We got your back. That's what your angels wish you knew. And we have the dreamer, the fool. This is totally giving me energy of like once you have learned how to work with and trust your angels, this is the type of energy you're going to walk around with. You're going to be the dreamer. I like to get real close to his face. He's looking at the sky. He is walking out his door looking at the sky like, I don't care what's around. I don't got my eye on the prize. I'm focused on my goals and my, the things that I want to achieve. So much so that I'm not even looking where I'm going. I am like just trusting. And then you see this angel that's looking through the door there. It's like, we got your back. You trust. You trust in us. We got your back. But you also, I think because the fool is at the beginning of the journey, people think that, oh, the fool doesn't know anything. But in tarot, this is a circular story. So this not going to be your first time being the fool and trusting. You have some instinct when it comes to doing this thing because you've done it before. You know how it works this time around. You're going to keep your eye on your prize, but you know that you are protected and you have things around you that are going to keep you in a safe space. And when I say that, I see this dog here. I always see dogs as friends or as guides, as people that can help and assist you. Just like Lassie. Is it Lassie? Lassie that will find you. What dog finds you whenever it's snowing? I don't know. The Saint Bernard, that dog. But I feel like Lassie did something too, because this is reminding me of Lassie, this dog here. Anyway, dogs, seeing a dog show up in tarot to me is all about protection and friendship, companionship. Dogs will not let you, go step on something dangerous. They're going to bark at it, whether it be a snake or any unknown enemy. If you go up to somebody's house that's got dogs, they barking. They're always going to warn you before you're going to go to make a terrible decision. So I'm just seeing that as you learn how to trust your angels, because they wish you knew that they are there for you, they're down for you. As you learn how to trust them, you'll start seeing the signs, the warning signs. They're like, oh, nope, not that way, but straight. Okay, move over this way. All right, do that. You know what I mean? Like, the more you communicate with, learn how to trust, and understand that they are truly there for you, they got your back, you'll start seeing those signs Just ask to start seeing them. And then this is an even higher level of trust. Endings that lead to new beginnings. The need to release situations or people that hold you back. Spiritual transformation. So I want to say that this card is actually the death card. It's released. There is an angel on this card. I think it's Azrael, because it has the initials AZ. I don't know if you work with Archangel Azrael or if that is one of your angels, but I would look up him and what he does and how he operates if you're interested in getting closer to your angels. This deck does have all the archangels in them and are in it. So these are archangels that we're talking about and working with, but your angels, they could be, I mean, any kind of angel. It depends. It could be one of your ancestors, even whatever it is that you resonate with. But if you do resonate with Archangel Azrael, I would recommend looking him up and seeing how he communicates and what purpose he serves. But when we come to release here, I'm really seeing once you fully trust in your angels and, understand that they are here for you. You're going to have this type of energy. You will allow things to end if they need to end. You're not going to be sitting there mourning them like this Five of Cups. You're not going to have your back turned. You're going to be able to release it, let it go, move on to the next one. Okay, I know they want me to learn something. I learned these 3 things. I'm about to go learn a 4th one. All right, I'm going to learn a 5th one after I'm done learning that. Instead of holding it and taking it personally and feeling like, oh my gosh, I have failed. The world is over. You're going to be like, all right, my angels are with me. Obviously, I was done learning that thing. That's why it's done. It's time for me to move on and move forth. It's just going to be a certain type of freedom that you would have. Again, these are all the things that your angels want you to know. They want you to know that they got your back, that, things end for a reason, that if it does end, look behind you, they got something else coming for you. If you don't know what it is, if you're not sure if you can trust it, look for the signs. And the signs can be things that you personally create yourself. You can say, if y'all are communicating with me, I want to see this. I want to see that. I want it to look like this. I want it to come from this direction. Like, be so clear and specific. But just know that you can reach out and communicate with your angels because they are there for you. They have been with you, on your side, working with you, and they certainly, certainly love you. Okay, pile 2, that is your message. I'm going to move on to pile 3. Okay, pile 3. This is what your Starseed family wants you to know. Or, sorry, what they wish you knew. So right off the bat, they're like, sorry. I don't even say I'm sorry. It's more like you are not with us right now. Like you are on Earth. And that's where the great severing is coming from. It's like you're off in this desert, like away from source, or like away. I call it Starseed family because it does feel like a family, like a unit. Everybody's all in alignment. Everybody's had the same, like they have the same experiences and the same desires. Like literally just think of a bunch of clones. I feel like that's a strange way to saying it, but I'm feeling like if we were talking about people here on this earth, they would have had the same experiences. They got the same DNA. They got the same way of thinking. Like everything's the same. Like we all together collectively think like this. We feel like this. We're from this place. We have these same feelings and energies, and there's not a lot of differences around or between us. But you're here in this desert where there's not all of that backing. Like there's not that energy. There's not that energy surrounding you of the sameness. There's a whole bunch of difference around you. And so for you, it feels like desert because you don't feel that connection that you would feel if you were still with us. So if you resonate with being a starseed, they're saying you're not with us right now because you are on Earth. You are on a whole other planet right now because you're doing something. You got a mission to achieve. But you're not with us, but that doesn't mean that you can't feel us anymore. And that's what I'm getting when I see this star bathing card. So in this deck, star bathing has to do with the grid and you perhaps assisting in activating the grid in certain places. If you resonate with that, then that message is for you. But to be honest, when I see star bathing, I see you figuring out ways to connect back to that same energy that you felt when you were on that planet, or when you were with your star people, whether it be a star or a planet, whatever, with your star family, when you were with them, it's you figuring out how to reconnect and feel closer to them. and how you can kind of feel closer to that same energy that you are missing, that is making you feel like you're in a desert right now. And so there's some certain activities and things that you can do. Like literally for me, if I go to the beach, if I just like let the waves smack me around a little bit, I float in the water, I play in the water, I just feel more grounded. I feel back to being myself. So many people feel grounded when they go to the ocean. The salt water is definitely helpful. There's some people who, when they go up in the mountains, if they climb up a mountain, and they just feel good. They feel more connected. Other people literally, like with this star bathing card, you see this person laying down underneath the stars. When they go hiking out to remote places where there's nothing but them and the stars, there's no like interference from other humans, from light sources, from whatever, there's no cell service, there's none of that. There's just them and the stars. That's how they feel more connected and kind of feel back like they're at home. So wherever that space or place is that makes you feel at home, they're saying like seek that out, find that. Whether it's even you doing meditations or sitting outside underneath the stars, if you just go outside more, if you like they say touch ground, so if you ground yourself onto the earth more, like whatever you need to do to feel like you're more closely connected to your star people, your star family, do that. Do that so that you can feel like you're back at home, because they're saying there's a desert around you right now. We're not there with you. It's a desert because the things, the energy that you're used to feeling, you're not feeling. And I don't know if you've heard or read this as a star seed, you just do feel, starseeds tend to feel disconnected from the rest of the world. They feel like they don't belong, they're outsiders, etc. So helping yourself to get back into that energy of belonging by connecting more with your star family. Again, whether it's through meditation, going outside, hiking, getting in the ocean, whatever it is you need to do, make sure you're doing that on a regular basis, because that energy of the desert is strong and significant. They're saying, we wish you knew that the feelings that you feel are real. You do feel disconnected and lost and like you're not a part of this earth, because maybe that's not where you are from. You're from some other planet or star or family, or so just know that there are ways for you to feel more connected than you're feeling right now, even if you're feeling isolated in a desert. And then they're saying, okay, first part of the story is, we know you feel like you're in a desert right now, but you'll survive this. This card, it says, Inner Earth, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. It's like, we know you're strong. You can survive it. Yeah, it sucks right now, but to be honest, in your whole life story, and not let's say life, in your story, in the story of you, this is only a blip on the map. Because you are a starseed. You've been out here. You've been here. You've been around. Earth is just new for you right now. It's not comfortable, but that's fine. You'll survive. So this is the tough love part that we're getting to. New solutions and beginnings. It's like you will survive because you got a mission. You have something to do here. You've got the love. Do you see this card and how rich and beautiful it looks? So imagine if you were on this planet, on this place called Earth. And it's so funny because when I looked at these cards, it was like Earth is ghetto. Like that song, I don't remember how the song goes, but there's a woman who on social media sings this song about Earth being ghetto. That's how you feel. So if you feel like Earth is a desert and it's ghetto to you, imagine what people feel when they get around you, who is not a desert. This is how you feel to other people. Lush, gorgeous, beautiful, everything. Like you are everything compared to this desert place. And so they're saying, uh-oh, my light. Ooh, it's giving synchronicity. They're saying you got the love. So if you are this lush, loving place, like within yourself, they're saying to make sure you protect your boundaries. Make sure you have boundaries. Make sure you understand and value yourself accordingly. If you are this lush, beautiful garden and it's the desert around you, just make sure you're valuing yourself accordingly, and you're not seeing things as the opposite. You're not seeing yourself as the desert because you don't feel like you fit into this place. You might think you're the desert. You're like, I'm the problem. I must be. But no, you're this rich, wealthy, fertile place. That is you. That is the energy that you have compared to this desert. So you got the love. And so that might mean that people really might be trying to take it from you. I say take it in terms of Let me make this, how can I say this in the best way possible? If you got 1,000 pieces of candy and somebody only has one, they are going to look upon you with envy and they might want to take some of that candy for themselves. Hopefully they are asking permission before they try to take things from you. And sometimes if we have a lot of excess, then we feel like it's okay to give them permission to take that away from us. And so we allow people to take from us, knowing that we are wealthy and they may not be. At least, you know, they might not believe that they are wealthy. But on this desert earth, they might actually be quite wealthy. They just, you know, don't see that. They see what you got. They're comparing. Anyway, we might allow people to take things from us when we have no reason to do that. Why would you do that? Just because you feel sorry for them? Instead of feeling sorry for people, what I'm seeing in these cards is that instead of feeling sorry for people, it's kind of time to like right the wrongs. And it's not even the wrongs that you have done in your life. It's kind of like living the lifestyle of a monk. That's what I'm seeing. I live here in Hawaii, and I'm gonna say this, pronounce this wrong, but I think it's the Ho'oponopono. Ho'o. I need to read it so I can see it and pronounce it correctly. But it's when you say, I'm sorry. What is it? I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Some version of that. It's when you are asking for forgiveness and then accepting that forgiveness and saying, thank you, I love you. It's like over and over and over again. I'm sorry, please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. Like, it's like righting the wrongs. It's like fixing what is broken. Even though you didn't break it, it's you doing that and you being in a good mind space in order to do that. If you are someone who is going to be doing this and who has agreed to do this, because it's a big job, you definitely would need to have boundaries. Don't allow people to drain your energy because you have something to do here. You have a purpose. You have a mission. You cannot allow people who are seeing your candy and who want to take it for themselves, but who are not going to do the same thing that you would be doing with that candy. They're just going to hoard it or whatever. I don't know what they're going to do with it, but they're not going to do what you're going to do with it. So you need your candy. So having your own boundaries and knowing when to give and when to not give, when to allow people to be who they are, or when to try and come in and assist and help. That is something that you are learning here. But before you can even really know and learn that well, you need to know who you are. And that's where your star family is saying that you're this lush garden. You'll survive this, but you are here for a reason. You have purposes. So you have a purpose, so you need to make sure you have boundaries surrounding that. And you need to remember that you are here for a reason. You have a higher purpose. You're not just here to give away all of your candy and to be like everybody else who doesn't have candy. You're here to keep your candy and use it towards something great. Use it to help heal the things that have been broken. And there's so many ways to do that. Art is one of my personal favorite ways. Doing videos like this is my personal favorite way. It takes a great deal of energy. It takes a great deal of focus and concentration to do this. So I am definitely giving when it comes to this. But instead of me, I don't know, trying to help one person solve their problems and trying to like maybe micromanage someone and try to like fix them and I'm gonna fix your life. Instead of me doing that, I'm putting these videos out there that are going to be helpful to many people that are, you know, any kind of person could watch and maybe get even if it's a tiny bit of inspiration from this, it can be helpful. Whereas me using all of my energy to try to focus on one person who may not want it, because when I see micromanaging here, like it's kind of like trying to force someone into healing. That's not gonna, you can't force anybody to heal. They heal when they want to heal. But there are ways that you can use your candy to help others. Use all this lush, fertile energy to help people. You can help others in ways that delight you, because that's going to be the way that you keep your candy and you can continue on. So making sure you have boundaries around that and how much you give and where you give, to whom you give to, and what you're expecting back when you give. Because giving and receiving, that's like something that comes in balance, that comes together with each other. Just making sure you have boundaries there. Okay, so I'm going to move on to this last pile. I'm sorry. Again, I was talking about the prayer that you would say, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. Doing something like that, but also knowing that the wrongs that you're righting are not necessarily going to be your wrongs, but that doesn't mean that they don't need to be corrected. So you're helping to heal. And I'm just thinking about, even now as a person who is living in the United States, some of these societal issues that are going on. I'm talking like big stuff like sexism, racism. I'm talking about like people not loving their neighbors. They are big things, but to like they are small things. The change is going to start within you. It's going to start within you, and then it's going to grow out to your community. It's going to grow out from your community to the world. Like, I'm talking about small changes, smiling at somebody when they walk by instead of like averting your eyes, you know? It's like the change starts with you. So it's like righting the past wrongs. Nobody, like, you didn't do these things, but if no one works hard to fix them, then how are they going to get fixed? And then this card, the breath of the cosmos. My will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. So when I read these two cards together, I'm kind of feeling that energy of like, I didn't do it. Why am I fixing it? Why am I here? Why do I have to put up with this? Like, why am I asking for forgiveness? It wasn't me who did it. Like that kind of energy. And what I'm really getting is like, if you look at it in the mindset of I didn't do it wrong, why am I here to fix it? Then you're gonna, feel a certain type of way about it. But what I see when I look at this is, instead of you trying to right past wrongs, do what delights you, because that is what you are here to do, and that is why your garden is so lush, because you have this gift, this skill, this ability, whatever it is. Like for me, I'm really good with words. I'm a great writer. I'm a great speaker, storyteller. And so me doing that, I don't do it because I feel some kind of purpose and I must do. I do it because it's fun. It excites me. I love telling the story. I love reading tarot. The opportunities that I get to read tarot for people, for individuals, not just for a collective like this, they are the greatest opportunities for me, because it just makes me so happy to be able to tell people a story about themselves and their lives. It makes me happy. It brings me joy. And so instead of me saying, I'm going to help you fix your life because I'm going to tell you what's wrong with you. No, that is not why I read tarot. I read tarot because I absolutely love looking at everybody's individual story. They're all different and they're all fun and amazing to talk about. So that is what delights me. That's the direction that I'm going. And instead of me feeling like I have to fix and heal people, I'm going to do what delights me. That is my job here. And so if you get more connected to that aspect of yourself, then you'll feel more at home. You'll feel that inner earth. And the bottom of the deck says baby steps. Baby steps. I didn't start reading for collective in the beginning. I started reading for myself. And then I started, branching out. So trying the thing that you want to try here. Oh, I love this. The next card is Earth, learning how to be human in the world but not of it. So just like figuring out your place in this space, in this desert, figuring that out, and then allowing it to lead you and guide you on how you're going to be assisting in righting the past wrongs in ways that delight you. Don't forget that. In ways that delight you. That is what they wish you knew. They wish you knew that, yeah, you're in the desert, but you're it. If Earth is ghetto, then you are the antidote. Just know that. And making sure you're valuing yourself properly in that way. And that you don't, like the mindset in which you go about doing these things. Remember, yes, you're saying I'm sorry. Yes, you're righting the past wrongs, but it's not in a place of defenselessness, like it says here on this card. You're coming from an empowered place, in a place of love, because you are the love. You've got the love, as they say. Do it from love. And the first place to start when we're talking about baby steps is what you love. Do what you love. That's what they wish you knew. Yes, you're in this place. Yes, you're without us. Keep connecting back to us. Keep remembering us. But come and do what it is that you have come here to do, which is spread the love. All right, Pile 3, thank you so much for watching.